And Donald Trump's exclusive interview with GB News' very own Nigel Farage has shone new light on his unique relationship with the British monarchy. Trump was asked about Prince Harry's visa records and whether the Duke's self-confessed drug use could spell trouble for his future in the US.
If he's lied on his visa form, doesn't the truth need to come out?
We'll have
should he get special privileges that nobody else does?
No, and we'll have to see if they know something about the drugs, and if he lied, he'll have to take appropriate action.
Appropriate action?
Yeah.
Which might mean not staying in America.
I don't know. You'll have to tell me. You just have to tell me. You would have thought they would have known this a long time ago.
You would.
Well, I'm joined now by King Charles's former butler, Grant Harrell. Grant, welcome to the show. Should the Sussexes fear Trump's potential return to the White House, then?
It's a different one to answer, Patrick, because you kind of think partly, possibly, they could fear him coming into power because, as you just said, there could be an investigation, and which could result in Prince Harry coming back to the UK. But then the reality is that you'd like to think that if there was something wrong, if the visa had been filled out incorrectly, that would have already been addressed in the past and not, when Trump comes to power. So I suppose, again, time will tell.
Yeah, time will tell. I mean, the Biden administration appears to be doing everything they possibly can to keep the records of Harry's visa application secret. That could all come out, and Trump, I think, is a lot less sympathetic to Harry, isn't he?
Absolutely. I think this is the thing. Obviously, from what it appears, that he obviously gets on quite well with Biden. And of course, I think in the past, I think Trump has kind of, do we say, very much kind of spoken in a way that he obviously supports the crown and the late Queen and the King. But when it comes to Harry, he's obviously got, how do we put it, reservations. I think that's the way to describe it, reservations. But with Biden, it appears to be very different. So he probably has, deep down, he probably does fear that if Biden comes out of power and Trump goes into power, that might be something on his mind. He realises that it could be difficult.
Has Prince Harry not been used to special treatment all his life? I mean, you saw the royals at close quarters, you know how it worked. And if it looks as though he might have got some special treatment on a visa application, he might be about to find out what no special treatment looks like in the shape of Donald Trump.
Absolutely. I mean, as you member of the royal family, you do get certain privileges, and also with things like that, they're not going to, they shouldn't be kind of making things that are not fair for other people, just for them, if that makes sense. But at the same time, that being a member of the royal family, they've been given assistance with these kind of things, and the office would look after this part of it, if you like. I remember when I was in the household, they kind of take your passports and they organise your visas, your travel, all that kind of thing. So it is something that's normally done by the household. But now that he's doing things on his own, if he has done something correctly, then of course, like you or me or anybody else that's filled out a form incorrectly, there is rules in place that have to be kind of adhered to.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that his lovely wife would particularly fancy joining him in the UK if indeed he is deported here. I would imagine that they'd probably have to find somewhere else to go.